And lastly, so, where's my note? Teka muna.
Ano?
So, sorry.
Walang ano? Ano?
So, last and not the least, a short statement from the National Federation of Supreme Secondary Learner Governments. Ms. Aliana, bilang ang mga kabataan, sabi nga kanina nung isang resource person natin, is the youth who are at the center of this. And maybe it was Sir Ace. Kayo po yung nasa sentro. So kayo bilang stakeholder, you please may have the last word this afternoon.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair, for giving us this opportunity. Ako po ay isang leader estudyante. Ako po ay isang estudyante. And what's happening in our country right now with those students in the schools, that is our lived reality. And maraming salamat for giving us the chance to speak here. Kasi kung ano man po ang resulta ng hearing na ito, ang estudyante ang maapektuhan. At yun ang palagi nating dapat naiisip, that representation is very, very important in every aspect. Ang sa akin naman po, I would like to share my experience in terms of also online games and what happened in Tacloban. Of course, we mourn with Tacloban, and as a student leader, as the president of the highest federation of learner governing bodies in the Philippines, we are very concerned, and we also have these programs that help students in terms of psychosocial and mental health interventions with our guidance counselors. And unang-una po, nais ko lamang iparating na it always takes a village to raise a child. Pero the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down just to feel its warmth. Ganun po yun. Kaya we are not pointing fingers. Marami pong factors sa society natin na nakakaapekto sa kung paano po mag-isip ang isang bata. Tama po. That's why we should always remember that we should not point fingers into only one factors. We have to look at it in a retrospective and forward-looking manner na gaya nga po ng sinasabi kanina, sana po ay hindi na po ito maulit. And this is also on a personal note that also acknowledging the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, that every child has a right. And yung krimen po kasi, iba-iba po yung level niya. Meron pong mga batang involved sa non-violent offense, katulad po ng pagnanakaw. Meron din pong batang repeatedly engaging in violent conduct. And then meron din pong batang na-exploit by adults to commit crimes. And a child who commits a planned act of grave violence. These children may fall under the same age of bracket, but they do not present the same level of risk. That is my statement, and I will leave it to everyone to ponder upon. And through consultation with also student leaders nationwide, one message becomes clear for all of us. Us learners do not simply want to be protected. We want to be meaningfully included in conversations that shape these policies intended to protect us. Kaya maraming salamat po dahil nandito kami, napakinggan namin kung anong nangyayari at binigyan niyo din po kami ng pagkakataon para magsalita dito. Kasi kung ano man po ang mangyari ngayon, kami po ang unang-unang maaapektuhan. Safety is not achieved only through security measures alone. It is built through responsive institutions, effective child protection mechanisms, accessible mental health support, responsible digital citizenship, and school communities where every learner feels heard before their play is at risk. At isa din po to sa naiisip ko na kami pong ang mga kabataan po, wala rin silang enough na knowledge sa kung ano po ang mga batas na meron tayo. Kaya sana ay malagay natin siya sa basic education na hindi man po siya as complex, pero maturuan po natin ang mga batang ito na ang mga batas na ito we shouldn't assume it as something that would let us freely walk. And I think everything starts with learning and everything starts with education.